I say this mostly to my intimate students, the ones who I feel somehow that they can bear my words. I say, live as though you have no rights. Now in the world, if you say this, it will not go down well. You see? Everybody, I stand up for my rights, fight for your rights and all. I say, the one who is wise, I say, live as though you have no rights and no entitlement. Then what will happen? Everything that comes to you, you appreciate. You don't think that they just belong to me, yes, No, nothing belongs to you. Not even you. Not even you, meaning not even your idea you have of yourself. Not even that is true, you see? When you live like this, like I have no rights and so on, then something immediately, some humility comes into your expression. And humility is beautiful because it opens the way for grace to come. Because she won't come if you're arrogant, grace will not come to you. If you think you are special, she will not come to you. So sometimes things like this can happen, that I'm talking to my sister at the moment and she's coming like that. And it's not easy, I understand, because somehow, the mind will take that shape and say, look, he is, look how they are crowding him all the time and give him a break and so on. The mind is pretending to be compassionate. But he's not compassionate. That is not his purpose for doing that. No, his purpose is to make you feel vexed and why you doing? And to believe him. You must not believe him. I am not complaining. You see? So when somebody asked one saint, what do you want? And he answered, whatever God gives, bitter or sweet. Because he has already prepared my mind that whatever flavor come, I will make use of it. The power of discernment will make use of it. So when you say that you feel sometimes this arrogance coming, it's not yours, you see. The mind has tricked you for a long time to make you feel you have right. You have a right to be angry. You have a right to be like this. And who is it speaking to also? He's speaking to the idea you have of who you are. Because he cannot speak to your true self, but you don't know that yet. So we are vulnerable to this voice, We have to transcend this voice and its influence. And then somehow you come away from its hold, you see. It's still the play of Maya. Recently I have been sharing with you one of Saint Kabir's songs. What does he say? Maya, Maya, you are the great deceiver, Maya. Everyone you have trapped inside your net, and nobody recognizes you. But I know you. Saint Kabir say like that, I know you. You must know Maya. Sometimes what Maya has spoken inside our ears, we have accepted too easily. And now we are protecting her voice inside, but she's deceiving. And how can she deceive you? Because we don't as yet recognize who you are. When you realize who you are in the truth, not just as an idea, not with an intellectual conviction, but with direct experience, she will lose this influence over you. For this reason you came to satsang. You see? Where does Maya come from? I want to tell you something might surprise you. Maya comes from God also. And grace comes from God. Everything comes from God. All this is God's play. Where you come from, you're also from God. But you are not Maya. You see, you have to recognize we put on this human suit to play and to experience. What I say sometimes is like consciousness, another name for God you can say, creates the sense of a problem or a challenge in order to have the experience of transcending it. We have now the challenge to transcend all our conditioning, but not to be cynical about it and not to curse anybody, but just to see it and to feel and to say, no, but that's not true. So what help do you have to do that? Because all the beings, we have all received conditioning. In the same way that all the beings living in the ocean are wet. All the beings who entered in manifestation were conditioned, you see. This body we need in order to have experience. This is an experience body. But the body is also experienced. We are not so only attached to the body, but to the life inside it. So something in this we have to overcome, we have to learn. And it's time for us. Why you have come here? There are 7.5 billion human beings alive currently on this planet. We are a little speck of them. Why you came here, you see? What selected you to come here and put another one another place? We can never understand the ways of the Supreme. But you are here, and you're here for something. And because you have chosen truth, most of you, then all the delusions are going to come for you. The devil is going to come for you, because him you must overcome. And he doesn't exist only on this side of the eyes. He lives also behind the eyes also. But you have an advantage, because you are already the self. You see? Just you're not aware of it yet. Just like someone can trick a naive person, but somebody who's more clever, they cannot trick them. You have to be wise to overcome Maya's tricks. Satsang is the place that is helping you, is reminding you who you are. When you forget yourself, Maya is strong. When you remember yourself, Maya does not exist. You came here now, and you're feeling all whatever has been undetected, the blind spots that has been existing in you, you're not aware of. They're coming to the surface. Is bad or good? It's good. Doesn't feel good, but it is good for the one who knows, because your beingness now is detoxing. Okay? So all this is coming up. It wants to burp out what is not harmonious. Sometimes it feels like you are going to vomit out. And nobody enjoys vomiting. We don't enjoy when we know it's going to happen. We don't enjoy it even when it's happening, but we enjoy very much when it's gone. You see? So sometimes these things coming up. And we have to see with each other, we have to tolerate. That sometimes, something very today, and then somebody point out, Maya is in your pocket. The idea you have of yourself is behaving. It is the one that's acting and reacting and interacting. There's a deeper place, a knowing, which is not touched. Everyone must come to this place. You see? If you don't touch this place, then you always believe it is you. Why am I like this? And sometimes I don't want to do this, and this is happening, and so on. And so in satsang, I will guide you like that. Say, yes, the one who you're speaking as right now, This one you're speaking as, how real is it? Yeah? Identify it. You know? He said, but how can it's me, it's me. I said, no, this is just habit. Who is speaking this thing? Yes, maybe habit is speaking. Maybe habit, identity habit. How many different personalities have you put on over the years? How many different things you've called yourself? And you have outgrown them. You outgrown so many ways of behaving and so many, just like you change fashion and you do different, you're outgrowing so many different ways that you used to say, this is me and so on, and now you're embarrassed by them. You would not even want to show any pictures of yourself in those days. You see? In the same way, we are outgrowing certain modes of behavior, certain views we had, certain things we used to think and believe. Now they're no more. They're in the back now. We are outgrowing everything. So presently you say, yeah, but these reactions, and I'm find myself reacting. And so, what is the trouble? Identity. It's identity that makes us feel so bad about ourselves, sometimes so good about ourselves even. Identity is it, you see. And everyone is protecting identity. But identity is the one thing you must transcend. Identity gets you into a lot of trouble. The person you think you are, an action and reaction happen. It just kind of happens, you know, to a consciousness that has been under some state of, you may say, conditioning. Conditioned behavior is unfolding, and we put this tag, it's a self onto it. I know it's not easy to convey. You know, even when I find things not easy to convey, is because it's not easy for you to hear them also. When more open you are to it, then the words will flow like water being poured into water. But when you don't understand, it's very difficult for the words to flow. You see? So at the moment, these things are coming up to be burped out, to come out. If you have a little earthquake in the bottom of the ocean, a lot of bubbles will come to the top. And when they reach the top, they pop and they vanish. These bubbles of all ideas and behaviors and so on, they are coming up because satsang, the grace of satsang. You see, before they used to hide in you. They found lots of places to hide in you. But now a light of grace has come and they can't hide. It's like thieves hiding in a glass house. Under the bed, but it's a glass bed. Under the carpet, glass carpet, nothing, they can't hide. So now they're coming to the surface and it doesn't feel comfortable. Why it doesn't feel comfortable? Because identity is there. You think it is you. So then shame comes, blame comes, arrogance comes, defensiveness comes, accusation comes. But if you see that, wait, it's a purification, your purification, you see, something is being healed. You see? If somebody attack you on the street and they cut you with a knife, take your money, you run away. And you go to the hospital and the doctor also cut you. But him you thank God, thank you, thank you. The intention is different. You see, suppose you smack the doctor. Why do you do that? You know, say, but I have to put it together, otherwise you are going to bleed to death. Say, don't do that again. Then you're not aware of when things are painful and they're good. This is a pain that's good. When things come up and you see, but you must watch with some detachment. If you watch with identity, your eyes will not be clear. So in satsang you're told, observe all these things, but don't identify, stay detached, and then you can keep out of it. But if you identify, then you want to interfere, you want to push things about. This is challenge. You see? I see these things coming up for you, but I know quietly they're good. No? And watch the identity, because the identity wants to protect. He's protecting the enemy. Later you come to see you have no enemy. When everything becomes your friend, you will have no enemy.